Hij begon op zijn 12e en op zijn 13e trad hij al op in het professionele clubcircuit. Binnen een paar jaar speelde hij wereldwijd met eigen projecten, waaronder het immens populaire New Cool Collective. Hij nam vele platen op, onder meer met Misha Mengelberg, Han Benning, Anton Goudsmit, maar ook Ruben Heijn en vele anderen. Hij won diverse awards, waaronder 3 Edisons, de Wessel Ilke-prijs en de Boy Edgar-prijs. We hebben het natuurlijk over een van de beste saxofonisten van ons land, Benjamin Herman. Dit is Paradox Live! Herman, so honored to have you.
Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, you moved to the Netherlands from London, I believe, when you were 8 years old.
Yep, that's right. Long time ago.
Long time ago, yeah. So how did that influence you?
My first musical adventures were in ska music when I was a kid. I loved the Specials and Madness, and through them I got into old school ska music, and Roland Alfonso and the Scatterlights and Tommy McCook. I must say, thanks to the British ska revival, I got into a lot of old Jamaican music, which I really love still.
At what age did you start playing saxophone then?
Well, I started playing drums when I was 9, and then I switched to saxophone when I was 13 for my bar mitzvah. I got my first saxophone. And it took me a little while to actually get into playing. The first year I never practiced, and I always, I hated going to my saxophone lessons. And then my mother said at a certain moment, well, okay, go to your saxophone lessons this evening, and then after this lesson we're going to sell your saxophone. And then you'll never have to go to saxophone lessons again.
Oh dear.
And then I said, and I decided to start to actually practice every day. And I just, from 15 minutes every day for a week, I suddenly discovered that things went really quickly. And then I started practicing a half an hour a day, and then an hour a day. And at a certain moment, by the time I was 16, I was practicing 4 or 5 hours a day.
Wow.
And I really enjoy it. I still do.
And you also started performing quite quickly in clubs, right?
Yeah.
When you were 13,
After I had the saxophone for 3 weeks, I'd done my first gig.
Amazing.
It was horrible. I couldn't do anything.
How did that happen?
Because my brother, one of my older brothers, he was in a band, and they needed a horn section, and they thought, well, let's ask his younger brother. I mean, I was 13. All I did was this all night long.
Awesome.
That felt really good.
Yeah, you got did you get a kick from the live performances, or just the contact with the audience?
Yeah, being a musician is the best, because you go to a club, you get free drinks, you get your own toilet, you get a dressing room, and you get people clapping for you, and people. You know, I was really shy as an adolescent, you know, when I was young. So, but I found out if I'd done a gig, then these girls would come up to me and they say, "Hello, what? My name is." I wouldn't have to ask anything, as long as I just practiced enough and made sure I was good on the saxophone.
Yeah.
Then I wouldn't, you know, I didn't have to bother with being shy anymore.
Yeah.
Which is great. I mean, it's the best profession in the world.
of your latest projects involves music for a movie.
Yeah, that's what we're doing tonight.
Yeah. Can you tell us some more about that?
It's not a movie, it's a documentary about the Citroën SM, a wonderful car that was built by Citroën from 1968 till 1972, I think it is. They built 15,000 of them, which isn't a particularly large amount, but it's a legendary car because it's a Citroën with a Maserati motor in it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of famous people owned one because it's a very special car. And the documentary is about that car, and I thought it was interesting to do the music because I'm a big fan of Serge Gainsbourg, the French composer, singer, songwriter, and Fausto Papetti. And Fausto Papetti is like a easy listening saxophone player from Italy, who, especially at the beginning of his career, made these fantastic little EPs, which I collect. And he uses all wonderful echoes and special kind of guitars and these Italian farfisa organs and choirs, all these wonderful ingredients. He doesn't improvise, he just plays melodies of pop hits and surrounds himself with beautiful sound. So
how did you incorporate that into your documentary about the Citroën?
Well, we used a lot of great instruments. We used clavicymbals, vibraphone. Peter Slam, who's an American vibraphone player. He's a fantastic vibraphone player. He joined in for some songs, and an orchestra we recorded in Prague, the City of Prague Philharmonic Orchestra, and my mellotron, which I have, which is a fantastic instrument from the 60s. And I have a bunch of weird instruments like clavioline, which we used, and all kinds of stuff. Everything but the kitchen sink, as they say.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to listen to now.
Yeah, we don't have all the extra instruments here, but Alex from Popta, who I'd done the album with, helped so much. He's surrounded himself with keyboards, so hopefully
you'll manage to bring out the same effect. Yeah. Oh, I look forward to it very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Benjamin Herman.
Thank you, Sabina.
Wauw, dat was fantastisch. Tenminste, dat vond ik. Ik weet niet wat u ervan vond, maar ik hoop dat u heeft genoten. Wilt u meer weten over de aanstaande concerten in Paradox? Ga dan gauw naar onze website paradoxtilburg.nl. Heel graag tot de volgende keer.